After months of leaks, rumors, and speculation, Apple has officially announced the iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max. They are the most expensive new iPhones yet, with prices starting at $999 for the 6.1-inch iPhone 15 Pro with 128 gigs of storage and $1,199 for the 15 Pro Max with 256 gigs of storage. Apple hopes its upgrades are significant enough to entice upgraders to spend that kind of money when the phones go up for pre-order on Friday and become available in stores on September 22. Here are the biggest changes and new features in this year's Pro iPhones. First is the new titanium design. There's nothing wrong with the iPhone 14 Pro Max's stainless steel sides, but we're excited that Apple's turning to titanium for the 15 Pro Max chassis. Titanium maintains a similar strength to high-grade stainless steel, but half the weight. Indeed, the 15 Pro Max tips the scales at 0.7 ounces less than the 14 Pro Max. In addition to titanium, the new Pro Max includes aluminum in its frame to help with heat dissipation. Apple made some other changes to the 15 Pro Max design. The edges are contoured, which should make the handset more comfortable to hold. Some users have complained about the sharper, squared-off edges of the 14 Pro and Pro Max, which can dig into your hands. Next, the USB-C port. Apple confirmed what everyone suspected. Lightning is making way for a USB-C port on its new phones. And while the regular iPhone 15 gets that feature too, only the Pro models support USB 3 for data transfer speeds of up to 10 gigs per second. That's a 20x improvement over the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Alas, that doesn't seem to speed up charging any. Next, new zoom lens. Yes, Apple has been way behind the competition when it comes to telephoto zoom lenses on the best camera phones. But it appears that the iPhone 15 Pro Max is catching up in a major way. The 15 Pro Max incorporates what Apple calls a tetraprism design, allowing it to mimic a 120mm focal length. Apple is also incorporating a combined optical image stabilization and autofocus 3D sensor shift module into its telephoto lens setup. The end result is a telephoto lens on the 15 Pro Max that can deliver a 5x optical zoom. While that's not as big as what had been rumored, it's certainly a step up from the 3x zoom on the 14 Pro Max. Camera improvements don't stop there. The main sensor on the 15 Pro Max is bigger than before, which should allow it to capture more light in tricky settings. While you can continue to capture images at their full 48 megapixels resolution, both 15 Pro models capture images at 24 megapixels by default and let users choose different focal lengths, 24, 28, and 35 millimeters. Meanwhile, computational photography improvements abound on the 15 Pro Max. You don't need to switch to portrait mode to take portrait shots, as the phone will detect automatically when there's a person, dog, or cat in the frame. Night mode promises sharper details, while Smart HDR gets an update to feature more accurate skin tones and brighter highlights. Next, the action button. The iPhone 14 Pro Max's switch for silencing calls is now an action button on the 15 Pro Max. And while it still can silence your calls by default, you can now customize it for other functions. The action button can give you quick access to features like the camera or flashlight on your phone. You can also use it to switch between focus modes, trigger accessibility features, or record a voice memo. The button works with the Shortcuts app on your phone for more customization options as well. And finally, the A17 Pro. The A16 Bionic chip inside the 14 Pro Max is already the fastest in a phone, but the A17 Pro inside the new 15 Pro phone should take mobile performance to the next level. Built on a 3nm process, you'd expect the A17 Pro to boost speeds while handling power with greater efficiency. Benchmarks and battery testing will confirm both those claims, but for now, we know that Apple's new silicon has a CPU that promises a 10% boost in speeds thanks to microarchitectural and design improvements. The neural engine on the chip is twice as fast as before, according to Apple. But the biggest changes seem to involve the A17 Pro's GPU, thanks to a 6-core design and support for hardware-accelerated ray tracing. Apple says to expect a 20% improvement to GPU speeds, which is probably why the company has been touting the new iPhone 15 Pro models as ideal for mobile gamers. So these are the top 5 features of the latest iPhone 15 Pro lineup. Which one is your favorite feature? Let us know it down below in the comment section, and for more Apple updates, you can check out our channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you for the next time. Peace out.